Let's talk about witches and cats. I feel like I'm qualified to talk about this because I was named after a witch. I wiggled my nose when I was a baby. And I'm a cat sitter, which is kind of like being a babysitter, but half the responsibility and I'm double the age. There are some people in this world who equate witches with evil. But as we all know, the way we see others is a reflection of the way we see ourselves. Not always. Sometimes it can come from a misunderstanding of the nuances and the depths of someone who is different to us. Although, maybe not always. Like, we're serial killers. If you don't like what I'm about to say, all I ask is that you don't burn or drown or hang me. If you do have to do something to express your anger, then just give this video a thumbs down and leave a mean comment. To clarify, I see witches as people who live in harmony with nature. Back in the day, before there were doctor surgeries with white coats and blue gloves, there were wise women who helped people heal and be well. Intuitives, not necessarily perfect, because who is? But still, they live in tune with the moon, in tune with their own cycles. They know which herbs can heal. I think about this often. The world is set up for us already. There are fruit on the trees and vegetables in the soil, and still, I go to a supermarket and buy processed food, and let the fruit that I buy go rotten. Not all the time, but sometimes. Did you know that a banana plant is a herb? What makes people so weirded out by witches? I think it's something to do with the difference. Say we have a wise woman who lives by her cycle, and let's say that cycle happens to be 28 days. And then let's say we have another person come along who lives by a 24-hour cycle, and they go to that wise woman, which 28-day cycle? What are you doing? You're so weird. Weird. Originally being linked to the fates, women who were intuitive and psychic, and then being linked to supernatural occurrences, and then being used as an insult. I personally think it's pretty cool to be supernatural. Where do the cats come into this? Well, remember, these wise women, these medicine women, were keeping people well. And they knew that to keep well, they need to keep away from disease. Or rodents would carry disease, and the cats would keep the mice away. I do feel a bit bad about this because rodents are creatures too. However, I do have a little bit of fear. And the cats and the women, the wise women, the witches, would keep everything clean. That is why witches are also associated with broomsticks, because they would sweep the floor to keep things spick and span. Man, there is an official researcher who talks about this on the Netflix documentary Inside the Mind of a Cat. So, let's take the term crazy cat lady and scratch it out with your sharpest claw, and use the term wise cat woman instead. Meow for now.